to express my appreciation to the Korean Committee for organizing this year's event, because it is a lot of work, and just watching everybody scurrying around makes me tired all over again. As a Nebraskan who has never before been to Korea, I wish I was visiting your beautiful country under more genial circumstances. But as you know, my home state of Nebraska is the headquarters for U.S. Strategic Command, the historic command center for the U.S.'s nuclear deterrent. And Strategic Command, or STRATCOM, has been an all-too familiar presence in the lives of the people of the Asia-Pacific for now 6 decades. More than any other region on Earth, the Asia-Pacific has had to contend with the menace of America's nuclear deterrent. From the morally reprehensible atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, to the more than 100 atmospheric nuclear tests on your lands and waters, to the unremitting threat of nuclear attacks against the communist nations of the former Soviet Union, North Korea, Vietnam, and China. Since 1948, the fate of the Asia-Pacific has rested in the hands of U.S. Strategic Command at Offutt Air Force Base in suburban Omaha, Nebraska, just an hour from where I live. Such belligerence on the part of the U.S., spanning decades now, has hardly laid the grounds for a mutual and cooperative relationship between our two hemispheres. The countries of the Asia-Pacific have been right to focus so much of their attention on the dangers of U.S. nuclear strategy and the urgent need for international disarmament by all nuclear states. After the horrifying exhibition of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, one can hardly imagine a peril greater than that posed by STRATCOM's stockpile of nearly 5,400 nuclear weapons. The mere idea explains why for generations we have referred to nuclear war as the unthinkable. In the wake of the September 11, 2001 attacks on the United States, however, the threat posed by STRATCOM, unbelievable as it sounds, has grown even more ominous and more immediate. Within months of the attack of 9/11, STRATCOM began undergoing a complete overhaul in its role and mission at the hands of the Bush-Cheney administration. In addition to its historic responsibility for nuclear deterrence, STRATCOM was suddenly charged with the mission for space. In early 2003, the command was assigned 4 more missions: missile defense, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, information operations, and full-spectrum global strike. In 2005, combating weapons of mass destruction was added to its duties. And finally, in 2007, STRATCOM was awarded cyberspace for a total of 8 missions. In addition, under the Bush-Cheney administration's revised nuclear posture review of 2002, STRATCOM's nuclear mission was openly shifted from defensive to offensive, permitting first strike nuclear attacks. Today, the command is waging the White House's global war on terror and actively pursuing the U.S. government's goal of militarily dominating space. With just a phone call from the White House, STRATCOM is now authorized to preemptively attack any place on Earth within 1 hour using either conventional or nuclear weapons, merely on the suspicion of a threat to the U.S.'s national interest